Hi, good afternoon, guys. This is Tom Jones and Adrian Standiford from Alternative Solutions. This is our third installment of CRM Unplugged. Adrian, is that
It
right?
is. It is our third installment.
And we have our good friend and incidentally our client as well, John Wisdom from Pace Industries. John, how are you?
I'm great. How are y'all? Adrian,
Good.
Tom, nice to see you guys again.
Yeah. Hey, John.
Great to have you. I know that you and Adrian had discussed some things before, but you know what I was really curious about is you're in a very interesting industry. Can you kind of give us a synopsis and a breakdown of what it is that Pace does?
Yeah, so Pace Industries is a 50-year-old manufacturing company. We're located throughout North America. We've got 10 factories, and we're a component manufacturer for basically lots of industries. So by saying component manufacturer, we obviously make things for our customers that they then use in their assembly. So we are part of a global supply chain to, I would say, probably the top, I don't know, 250 industrials in the United States. So some great logos that we work with, some great customers, and it's interesting because we actually make stuff, Tom. You know, you got some people that you have had before me, and some people coming after me that have different services and are in different sectors. But yeah, we actually make stuff.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's funny, we were talking a couple weeks ago, and there's an apparel maker that you guys are making a part for now, and I was just so shocked. I was just tickled because it's something that I use, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. So
Yeah, I would say that most of the stuff we make, your viewers and will come in contact with one of our products any given day, multiple times a day, and it's really great. It's really great to work with these companies. And again, we've got about 4,000 associates across the United States and Mexico that really contribute to that, and they like being able to make something they see go on something else. You get used somewhere else, or you go in the store and you see it. So that helps us develop some pride in that we're helping contribute to these other companies' success.
That's incredible. I always think about that because I came from manufacturing as well. And I always loved going to see our products out in the field, actually seeing it and people using it. It's a pretty cool thing. So, John, you just got back from Dreamforce.
I did.
Yeah,
I
how
did.
was that?
You know what? It's been a while since I've been there. I think the last one was in 2016, so it had been a minute. And I want to tell you, San Francisco, they did a great job. It was really pretty. The weather was great, very, very warm and inviting. So lots of great opportunities there for food and drink and snacks. And the city had rolled out the red carpet for all of us Dreamforcers. So that was the first hurdle, right? You're kind of afraid with all the national press about how San Francisco was, but it was really pretty. It was really beautiful. And I took some people who hadn't been before, easy to navigate. So from that standpoint, the city was very welcoming and had no complaints at all about that. And they actually had great, great weather for us. We're in Arkansas, so we were, wanting a little break from the heat. So that was really great. And then you look at what they had laid out there, some of the special speakers and the people they had brought in, a lot of stuff around AI. And I mean, Matthew McConaughey was there. So, I mean, he was on the ground. So that was everybody was trying to get an eye for him.
wisdom,
No,
Matthew McConaughey, Adrian. I mean, come on.
I was with someone who had a plan, as if we were happened to be in the same area with Matthew McConaughey, there was a whole plan to get a picture with him about what I was supposed to say, what she was supposed to say. We had this whole thing going, but we didn't bump into
Work
it.
out.
No, it didn't.
What
And
were favorite sessions that you went to? Any cool you learned?
I'm gonna sound like a dork, but we're currently trying to work on a sales planning process, and there was a couple of sessions around sales planning and sales, those kinds of things. So at the level I'm at in the organization, I was really trying to find a couple of tools, take away that we could plug in really easy and kind of get going. There were a lot of really deep into AI, into the sales platform, a lot of that kind of stuff, customer 360 view sessions that were really, really a lot to unpack. So yeah, there were a lot of good things. I was pleased. I was really happy. I thought we got a lot out of it, and we had a lot of work to do when we got back on trying to figure out how to incorporate some of the changes that Salesforce is rolling out with the new releases in winter I think some have already launched. This is we're doing this in October. I think one launched late September, and there's another one launching before the end of the year. So a lot of good stuff to get ready for.
Oh, good to know. That's good.
Yeah. So I think when I got, Tom, of course, because he's the perfect sales guy. I'm flying back from Dreamforce. He's like, okay, what can we help you with? What do we need to do? What are what are you going to blow up? What are you going to start over on? So, those gears start immediately when you hit the ground. And Mark Benioff did a great keynote talking about, all the stuff they're working on, talking about how they're building, integrating AI through Einstein and some other things with the customer. 360 view, I think, is the term that they're using. So it was he really gets the gears, going on how can we leverage this technology to make our business better and do it with fewer people and reduce our overall costs, right? I mean, that's the key.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know you guys are you have an ERP system right now that y'all use for your manufacturing. So does that tie in with anything that you learned from Salesforce?
Yeah, it does. It ties in with just how I wish we didn't have an ERP. This is kind of a hot topic because we've been really working with Salesforce since 2013. So we're coming up on our 11th year of full-blown use of the product. And there's been a lot of evaluation of new Salesforce products that have come out over the years. You get to try them out. And what we always stumble on is the corrupt data coming out of the ERP for us to incorporate into to better, feedback. And it's a sad issue, I think. We've been discussing legacy systems, and when you have a 50-year-old business that's been manufacturing, technology is really being put into the floor. When they talk about technology manufacturing, very seldom is it the back end type stuff.
Sure.
We all have laptops. Yeah, we all got network servers, but really what they're talking about is how do I incorporate robotic? How do I incorporate AI into what's happening in the plant floor? And a lot of times that's driven from a different department. It's not driven necessarily from the IT. It's not really driven from kind of sales enablement. It's usually done kind of from an operational level up. So there's some misses in our ability to communicate with the ERP and get clean data. So that's a hurdle that we have dealt with Salesforce. We've dealt with alternative solutions on some projects. It's messy.
I don't think that's singular to you. I think that happens. I hear that so often with everybody. It's an issue for sure.
If you could wave a magic wand and start a new business today, I mean, think about all of the applications that you could build your entire platform on. I have a friend of mine who started a small one-person business. He was doing a little light manufacturing, doing some, having stuff sourced overseas and doing some light assembly in the United States. He got everything up and running for free. He spent no money initially to launch his business. Now he spun it up 5 years later, then he sold it off, and he actually had to buy software to accommodate the changes. But we couldn't do that. We couldn't go get freeware, or for us to move to something now, it's a multi-year, multi-million-dollar project that encompasses every aspect of what we do. So I hate to say it, it's always kind of Band-Aid and bolt on until it just stops working.
Well, and no one likes change either. It would be tough to get a lot of people to change everything and every way that they do things.
It's funny when you talk to other people who work in other manufacturing, they all have names for reports, and they all have names for different things. Well, that's just what the report's called. Because, in the old days, when you get the green bar report out, there'd be something in the top left corner that would identify, here's what you're looking at on these, 65 lines of, folded up paper. And that's still a lot of the stuff that you see in some legacy manufacturing systems. They report and use stuff that came off of old, green bar dot matrix printers that didn't even have a monitor. You would just send stuff to the printer, and that's where you lived, was on, stacks of paper.
I remember that from my manufacturing days.
Yeah, I even remember they had the big they were almost like bulletproof, but they were supposed to be soundproof covers for those big printers.
Exactly.
It's great.
If someone lifted it up while you're on the phone, like, hey, you guys, shut that off.
Yeah, it sounded like a machine gun going off for sure.
Yeah, and in our old days at our old office, at 2 o'clock, we had 4 of them. And at 2 o'clock, 3 of them on our floor, all of them started running the daily reports. And it was an automatic, and it was just like, and
Yeah,
then the different people, customer service, and then the AP people would go through and they'd start ripping stuff so
Yep.
that the next day when you came in, you had the latest report and you'd have to sort through, that report. And now I get, through Salesforce, I get emailed reports. I get emailed dashboards. We're sending those around and we're able to check things real time. It's, again, we've come a long way in just the systems that even at Pace Industries.
Yeah, sure. That's, so true. So true.
I'll do a little commercial here. And with the help of alternative solutions, it's been made really
That's awesome. We appreciate the plug.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
But so it does lead me to this situation, which is the reason that we continue to stay with alternative solutions and use y'all as a key partner is because y'all understand our business and you understand our ancillary plug-ins that touch everything that we do. And so you really are an extension of my department. And so when we talk to the team about, hey, this is what we want to do, how we need to do that, it is like just unpack, go, fix, and then we're back in business. And there isn't really any substitute for that. There's no way to spin up somebody who, when we have this, because we have multiple systems that touch Salesforce and that alternative solutions has helped us with. So, that to me is one of the expertise that you guys bring to the table. How y'all are able to cover that much space, that's beyond me. But I mean, y'all are able to help us. So,
well, thanks.
That's how we win is with you guys.
It's always one of those things that's important to us. And, even when we're interviewing people and hiring people, if they don't have a business acumen or a process in their background that they've learned, and I don't care if it's healthcare, some type of manufacturing, financial services, whatever, because that methodology and that process is so important to do what we do, right? Because 90% of CRM is business process. So yeah, thank you for recognizing that. We appreciate it for sure. So
I see your Razorback thing back there. I'm sure that didn't kick Tom off. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah. I grew up in Arkansas. We
are located here in the Fayetteville metropolitan area. Market 100, Tom. We finally made it to the top 100.
I know it. That is not a bad thing. Well, John, thanks for joining us for a few minutes today. We just wanted to hear a little bit about Pace and how everything went at Dreamforce. And, we really appreciate you joining us.
Yeah. Well, you're always fun.
I love talking to you guys. I know that we always joke about I can't get a meeting started on Zoom to save my life. But I'm glad we had a chance to catch up and visit and connect. I did leave out the fact that the Foo Fighters did play a wonderful set at Dreamforce.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a wonderful event. And again, but with that being said, my favorite Foo Fighters song is "There Goes My Hero," and there he is over there, Tom. Tom's my hero.
Gosh, he's gonna be a hero in a while. Thanks, John.
You got it, man. Well, Adrian and I were talking about that earlier about how you're our hero, and we just
what? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Please.
No, I appreciate it. I really do. I like what y'all are doing with this. I've gotten to see a couple of them, and I hope that you guys continue to have much better content than me going forward. But I'm sure this will be a good one to throw out there if you start making money on this. Tom, I'd like you to get a piece of it. My agent is going to send you a commission statement for the rate.
We'll let you know for sure. Yeah.
If it gets monetized, I want a piece of this one. Okay.
Yeah. So, well, thanks again, John. That was great.
Thanks again. Yeah, definitely, John. Always good to see you.
Nice talking to you guys. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye, Adrian. See you, Tom.
See you guys.